We are just ready to kick off at Shabbat McDonough Field for coverage of Division I girls soccer here on Manchester Public Television Services. Exeter Blue Hawks are in town wearing their white. Memorial is in blue. Exeter comes in at 5-0. Memorial at 1-5-1. So this is a big test of Memorial as they, as I watch this shot come in from Exeter, forcing Madison Wegler to grab her first save. This is her first start in goal for the Crusaders. All right, in addition to Madison, number 3 is Ariane Nelson, a senior. Number 4 is Ava Gurney, also a senior, listed as a forward. It may have come off a hand there. The referee's going to let it play. Number 8 is Julia Lenoy, also a senior. Number 9, Leila Connors, a senior. Number 10, Allison Vayu, a junior in midfield. Number 12 is Cece Banks, a sophomore defender. Number 13 is Jill McDonough, a senior. Number 16 is Mackenzie Brisson, a midfielder and a junior. Number 17, Paige Tebow, sophomore. And number 20 is Ryan Moran, a junior in central defense for the Crusaders today. My name is Peter Capano. I'm happy to be here with you again today on what is a beautiful afternoon. 4 o'clock start here at Memorial High School on Friday, the 27th of September, 2019. You note the view is from the visitors' side, as the sun is a little bit too low to be set up into the press box on the home side. I actually like this view as the sun is behind you, and you got the school in the red stands directly across the way. I wish we were up a little bit higher. For Exeter in goal, Megan Olszewski, senior goaltender. Number 4 is Riley Orcutt. Riley's a junior. Number 6 is Jensen Casasa, a junior. Number 8, Ray Neal, a senior. Number 10 is Maggie Hall, a sophomore. Number 14 is Ella Fraser, a junior. Number 15 is Bryn Roberts, a junior. Number 16, Taylor Pierce, a junior. Number 17, Ava Hayes, a senior. Number 17 is Sabrina Sherman, a junior. And number 24 is Kate Heslop, a junior. The ball is bouncing in the penalty area, in the Exeter penalty area. Coaching Exeter once again is Megan Young. Has had terrific success with her Blue Hawks, including a number of state titles over the past decade or so. And Memorial's coach Joe Silvera made some lineup changes today. I mentioned that Madison Wegler is getting her first start in goal. Up top today, in just one of the many changes, Layla Connors, number 9, is attacking the goal. She's playing forward today. Brought her out of, she's been in the defense the past couple of years. Started as a freshman, I believe. Here comes Exeter. That's gonna get in. Sabrina Sherman closed that one down, was fed through nicely. Madison Wegler did what she had to do. She came out and got down low and made herself big, but it was over her. And she was beaten, as you would expect from that angle and that close range. And just what, 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes into this one, Exeter grabs the lead. From here, I couldn't tell if Sabrina's teammate tapped that in over the goal. I'll give it to Sabrina. It was her shot. But that came after a pretty good stretch where Memorial was asking some questions of the Exeter defense. But a quick counterattack led to the 1v1. That's a nice step by Brisson. Had time to break that play up. Played out to safety by Ariane Nelson of Memorial. Defensive work this time by Veyu. This is a nice ball. Knocked in towards Wiggler. She does a nice job to smother that and not give up a rebound. Just a sophomore is Madison. Throw in here trying to pick out Connors. Two central defenders do a pretty good job, but that's pushed through nicely. Can Layla win the foot race here? Got a touch on that. I think she earned a corner. Doesn't look like they're giving it to her. Referee obviously a lot closer than I was, but it almost looked like Layla dove in there and put her toe on it, forced the defender to hit it second. But that was a very nice step by Allison Veyu, the junior midfielder, number 10 for Memorial. She picked that off and then knocked it into space for Connors to run onto. There's another one with a lot of spin. Rzuski takes that handily. She puts it down, plays it with her feet. That's a rough touch. Here comes Thibault from Memorial. Here's Connors now. She's got 3 around her. Now she gets the corner. Looks like Julia Lenoy will go over to take the corner. Once again, I'll point out that last year the NHIAA decided that the visitor team should wear white and that the home team should wear their colors. And so it's Exeter in white here in Manchester. It's not a bad effort. Memorial gets a head on it. Not a lot of power to it, but it's still in the penalty area. Now it's out. Now we get a whistle for a goal kick. The convention most everywhere in soccer is to wear white at home. It's well won by Nelson. She tries to get it to her teammate Gurney. Ava earns a throw, and here it is. Into the sun. You can see the defender blinded by the westerly setting sun here at Shabbat McDonough Field. I mentioned that Exeter really hasn't been tested yet. Their 5-0 record includes 4 teams. Actually, only 1 team with a winning record. I believe that's Concord at 4-3. But that's kind of nice if you need to get your team settled in, get them to understand their roles. You get a lot of practice, kind of almost like practice games, in. Can be very valuable for a team. Just that the truth is we don't know just how good they are just yet. We do know this, that Londonderry beat Bedford 4-0 the other day, and they made their statement that Londonderry is the team to beat in Division I girls this year. We saw the Londonderry Central game that opened the season. Londonderry taking a 2-1 win at Gill Stadium. I don't believe Central has lost since that day. And I believe this afternoon, or a little bit later this evening, I should say, Central has a BG team that maybe just has one loss. That's well done. And she didn't clear it with her left foot. Carved herself some room as she's playing it back. Not quite cleared. That's a slip, not a foul. The referee lets it go. Memorial having a bit of a time clearing it out. That ball probably should have been headed right there. She could have run right through that one. Banks, there's a shot up and over. Yeah, Cece was going after a ball that had bounced. And had she timed it right, she could have sprinted to the ball, played it with her head out towards the sideline where there was plenty of room, plenty of space, and then run to it. Made the clear. Instead, she wanted to let it come to her feet and try to control it. And by the time it got down that far, she had company in the form of a couple of Exeter players. Right, here's Lenoy. Toes it forward, but Connors was making a run to the left side of the defender, and the ball went to the right. Looks like Layla's going to get her miles in today up top. At this point, she is the lone striker, and her midfield compadres will try to put it into spaces where she can run onto it. And if I remember correctly, well, here's a break for Exeter. Nice little cut back. Good placement defensively. I think that's Nelson. That's up and over. I was thinking about Layla Connors. I believe I read in the paper recently where she and two of her classmates are finalists for a very prestigious scholarship nationwide. I think they were the only three in the country. Yeah, I mean in the state. Here's the cross. Away by Nelson. Ariane is listed as a forward. Like I said, Coach Silvera has shifted his lineup around a bit, and Miss Nelson finds herself in the back today.
Ball Jets.
McFarland, number 6, on for Memorial. I have a hard time keeping track of the substitutions since they're coming in on the other side of the field. we're 15 minutes into this one. Exeter grabbed a quick lead in the 5th minute on a goal from Sabrina Sherman on a counterattack. And that's where we stand at 1-0 Exeter. That could be the keeper's ball, but Nelson's there. There's Connors with a touch. He's got a little bit of help. That's Lanoy knocking it up for McFarland. Back is Kate Heslop. Got the speed. Heslop, a junior. Referees today, Andy Paul and Dave Zwicky. You can see Dave right here, probably in your shot. He's the one with the baseball hat, but he's got the sun at his back. The Andy Paul on the far side, looking into the sun, doesn't have a hat. Maybe they should trade ends or let Andy borrow his hat. Just thinking out loud here. That's a nice ball up and over. Ryan Moran gets the clear. Veyu possessing it nicely. Here's Cece. Banks has her pocket pick by Frazier of Exeter. We come back. Good step. Memorial battling in the midfield here. Pushed ahead by Ray Neal. Again by Neal. Into the space. McFarland lays it off, wants it back. Connors might get to this one. Heslop with her. Layla gets it. Can she turn the corner? She could cut in front of her if she could. She's going to end up with a tough angled shot. Almost squeezed it through, low to the near post. But Ozlewski was up to the task. You could see that it was a little bit loose. It wanted to squirt through, but Megan held on to it. It's hard to know how much room Connors had on that particular play, but one of the smartest things you can do is to cut in front of your defender on that play, so that you put that defender in a position where she can't touch you. She can't play you from behind. She can't trip you. That would be a penalty and probably a yellow card as well. And you improve your angle, your shooting angle, by doing that. But you need to have enough room to get in front, and I don't know that was the case this time for Connors. Nelson knocks it ahead to Lanoy. Julia picks her head up, makes her pass, picks out Connors. Heslop wins that battle that time. Yeah, we get a foul that time. The tackler from Memorial kind of turned her back to the play there and almost led with her heel in trying to make that tackle. I like that call myself. Things get a little too physical, a little too violent when you're able to back into your tackle. Exeter trying to muscle their way in this time, but the defense forces a shot wide. as we're halfway through the first half here. Exeter leading by 1. All right, let's get a look at Weigler's goal kicks. Goals here at Memorial are set almost all the way to the back of the, in fact they are at the back of the end zone. So this is a 120-yard field. This is not bad work here by Memorial. Trying to possess the ball through midfield. They earn a throw in on the far side. Nelson's gonna come off. Comes Chloe Allen, it looks like number 5, the junior. Gonna play that left back position. Here's Orchid. Her through ball is picked up by CC. Comes the goal scorer, Sherman. And Exeter going to regroup. Riley Orchid slips one through. Nice turn by Vayu. Again, she needs to put that left foot, left boot right through that ball and clear it. Look at the work rate by Frazier. She gets a great cross in too. Super cross, and it fell nicely for Sherman, but Sabrina just couldn't get up above that one and redirect it towards goal. Reminds me of a goal that Katie Day of Exeter scored at, against Central probably about 4 years ago by now. Offside's the call here. I think it was on a set piece, probably a corner kick. I don't think I've ever seen anybody head the ball harder. It was just the perfect height for Day, who was running full tilt, and she just both put it through the net in the goal. She and a teammate went on to play at Providence, I believe. Teams trading possession in midfield. Cross came in, fell for Ella Frazier. She skipped it off her head over to her teammate Riley Orchid, who shot one over the crossbar. Exeter got here by beating Keene 8-0, beating Wyndham 3-1, Concord 3-0, Portsmouth 2-0, and Alvern 3-0. So this Blue Hawks team has only given up 1 goal all year long in 5 games. There you go. Jensen Casasa, I think she's the right back. Found a nice ball rolling out to her. Had to go, why not? Right backs don't get to pull the trigger very often. Lenoy gets it back, knocks it forward. Heslop has the angle on this one, though, and she'll play it back to Ozlewski. Away by Megan. Brisson knocks it ahead. Connors trying to get to it. Phillip gets it for Memorial. She lays it out square. Might get it back. Oh. It's going to go to Pelletier. I think Aubrey Pelletier, number 11 for Memorial. I mentioned it was a very nice day, but it's probably around 70. It's warm on that field. You know, this synthetic surface does get warm. I was on the field prior to the game. It was surprisingly warm. A late September match. Exeter leads this one 1-0. Get a handball called. Memorial will have a set piece about 30 yards out off to that right-hand side. Looks like Ryan Moran's going to head over to take it. Let's see how many Memorial commits into the penalty area. It looks like 4 or 5, maybe even 6. This is a very good opportunity for Memorial to get to goal. Hope somebody stays far left post. See where this goes. Not a bad effort. She hit it pretty good, but she put it on goal. And maybe that was on purpose. Ozlewski was up to the task. This ball is good. Memorial's got to get back. Somebody's got to go to the ball here. There's the cross. And Banks gets a piece of it. Critical in that circumstance. CC is there. Memorial try to come the other way. Good work that time by Bryn Roberts to come back, win the ball, and restart the offense for Exeter. I guess we got a hold that time, as Frazier was trying to get into the penalty area. Got 3 in the wall. She'll probably go far post. Yeah, there it is. Oh my goodness. Just wide open. The defense just totally broke down that time and let her go wherever she wanted. I'm not sure who put it in yet. I think I know who it is. I see if I can spot a number. Looks like 25, I think. Yeah, 25. That'd be Tess Hayes. She makes it 2-0 at the 11-minute mark. And that one hurts. Shouldn't say 11 minutes left. Memorial was doing a pretty good job defensively, but there was a total breakdown on that set piece. We had a great angle up for here. Up and over. That was actually the ball that I was hoping that Memorial would play on their set piece, which was really from about the exact same spot. But it went straight to goal. But those defenders have to match up and have to stay with their mark. And Hayes was wide open. All she had to do was redirect it into goal, and she did that very well. Here's There's Pierce. Good step that time by Vayu. Not away yet. Lenoy gets it. Gurney, excuse me. Julia Phillip now. Takes a peek up. Doesn't see a lot of help. Gonna try to dribble it out. That'll get knocked all the way to Wiegler. Casasa marauding through. She knocks it ahead, and Moran knocks it to safety. It'll be a throw. Delgado to take it for Exeter. All right, knocked ahead. Connors needs to find it. She's turning Ray Neal inside out back there, but the big sister, Kate Heslop, cleans up. Connors is a handful, no doubt about it. Jill McDonough. I forgot to ask Coach Silvera if there's any relation to the Hubie McDonoughs. Could be Hubie's granddaughter. Gurney muscles the Exeter defender out of the way, comes up with the ball, but can't connect. Step there by Moran, trying to take it away. Slows up the counterattack a little bit. You can see Memorial's back in form. It's good. Here's the takeaway. That ball needs to, the pass needs to be completed. Neal knocks it ahead. Memorial's still in possession. Now it's McDonough. Down that far left-hand side. Trying to make a substitution, but that ball didn't go out of play. Where the other referee's going to correct that, send her back off. My mistake, says Andy Paul. I'll call him out on it. He won't mind. Connors now looking to create something somehow. It's usually 1v4 when she gets the ball in there, sometimes 2v4.
Outside.
That's up and over. That'll be the keeper's ball. Wiegler gobbles it up. So we head to the 5-minute mark here in the first half of this Division I girls game. Exeter looking to continue unbeaten. They lead 2-0. get some substitutions. Nelson's now in that right back position. Up and over by Phillip. He's just trying to pick out Paige Tebow, a sophomore, but a little too much on that for Paige. We'll get a goal kick. Picked out is Riley Orcutt, but Orcutt's pocket is picked by CC Banks. It's Phillip trying to make up her mind. Skips around Sherman. Neal gets it and clears it. Knocked right back in though. Right back to Neal. Kane now for Exeter, number 23 on the far side. It's a nice little piece to carve herself some room. Connors, Heslop steps in. Referees have the time on the field. They stop the clock here at 5 minutes. It's another change this year, although there's some controversy as to whether in the first half it's still supposed to be stopped at 2 or at 5. I didn't start my clock at 5 minutes, so I don't know how much time is left, how much might be added. I believe the referees have the opportunity to add time. For instance, when one referee called in substitutions when the ball was live, the other referee stopped the play and sent the subs off. And that could have added 15, 30 seconds at that point. I don't know. I don't know if they do. I'm not sure I understand the reason to stop the clock and not just let it count down. By Ella Frazier and Ryan Moran of Memorial. Memorial not really marking up very tightly here. Looks more like a zone defense, which is okay. Yeah, players are running free through that Crusader defense. That's a nice touch. That ball is not going to get out. Good work by Hayes to come back and keep possession for the Blue Hawks. That touch kind of lets Delgado down, however. And now it's away by Moran. Connors might get a touch on that one. It's deflected. Who gets the throw? Memorial does. Not a lot of time left here in the first half. It was a little sketchy throw. She kind of just dropped it, not threw it, but the referee let it go. That's a nice ball. Back for CC. Banks goes wide right. Good job over there. I think that's Tebow. Trying to beat Neal on the right-hand side. Crosses blocked, but Tebow gets another shot at it. It's loose. Ozlewski comes out, makes the save. The Whistle blows to end the first half, and it is 2-0 Exeter. We'll be right back with the second half. All right, teams are back. Memorial will kick off. Connors back to Veyu. And we're going to go all the way back to the back line. Let's hope the pocket doesn't get picked there, but it does. Here's your goal scorer. Nice save by Wiggler as Sabrina Sherman closed down the defenders from Memorial. Ended up with a shot from about 15, maybe 18 yards out. And Madison had to go to her right and got her right hand on that and pushed it around the upright. Oh my, that would have been a nightmare start for Memorial. They are down as it is, 2-0. Here's the corner. Popped up in the air, should be Wegler's ball. She spills it. There's a scrum in front. Here comes the ball away. Memorial must have got to it. And here's the counterattack. Uh-oh. Somebody's injured. An Exeter player's down, and the referee is going to stop that counterattack. I am not sure that's the right call as Memorial had the ball. It's an Exeter player injured. I'm not sure how the NHIAA wants the referees to play that, but typically a referee would let the play go, seeing as she wasn't in any danger from the play. By stopping the play, they took an advantage away from Memorial. But once the advantage went away, once Exeter got possession of the ball or the play ended, that would have been the time to blow the whistle. You cannot, of course, argue with referees on safety issues, but I think that play should have been allowed to go on. Still not sure who it is. I haven't been able to pick out a number yet, but she's up on her own and walking off a little gingerly. Looks like she's going to be okay. Coach Young out. Get a look at her player. Let's see, I don't know if he's going to ask for a drop ball here, a contested drop ball, or if he's going to drop it and let Exeter just give it back to Memorial. That's probably what's going to happen. The Memorial player should just clear right out of there. It looks like Ella Frazier is getting ready to be over the ball. He's going to drop it, so that's the drop ball, and there Ella gives it back sportingly to the Memorial keeper. And we'll get back underway. All right, Memorial throw. Looks like it's McDonough to take it. Tebow turned and took that about waist high. Hayes from Exeter was walking into that. Could have turned out badly. Look at the wheels from Frazier of Exeter. Played back to Wiggler. Wiggler didn't get that one cleanly. It'll end up as an Exeter throw. Here comes Taylor Pierce to take it. Oh, it's not even a throw, it's a corner? Really? Ah, back post, well struck. Somebody was running onto it, had an opportunity to one-time that thing in. That was a dangerous cross by Frazier that time. Who's coming onto it? It was Hayes. Looking for a brace here today. See the sun affecting Madison. And goal for Memorial. Must be about 5 o'clock, late September. Probably go down right about 6 o'clock here tonight. All right, here's Hayes. Square ball into the box for Frazier. Frazier's shot is blocked. Knocked away. Coming back at you though, Pierce. Knocked away by Moran. Thumped away. Looked like Brisson that time. I think Brisson plays on the basketball team as well, if I'm not mistaken. All right, looks like Gabriel Galvin on for Central. Excuse me, for Memorial. Galvin. Name sounds familiar. I believe, I think it was a sister that played here. Although it could have been a brother and a sister. Might have been high. Referee's gonna let that go. Tackle one by Maggie Hall of Exeter. Just gonna try to slip one through. Good job by Frazier to collect it. Here's the shot, it's in. Frazier turned it, kind of a tough angle, went far post. And off the nice feed. Ella Frazier in the 46th minute makes it 3-0.
Bravo!
Nice ball, Maggie.
Hall slipped it through to her. And the junior made no mistake, going far post. Well done. It's Gurney. Memorial came into this game having lost to Nashua North 1-0. Londonderry 3-0. Goffstown 2-1. They beat South 1-0. Tied Salem 1-1. Lost to BG 2-1 and to Merrimack 2-1. So they've scored 5 goals in their 7 games. Allowed just 11. One shutout being Nashua South. But a couple of 3 2-1 defeats, so 1-0. So every loss has been by 1 except for the 3-0 Londonderry loss. And again, Londonderry beat Bedford the other day, 4-0. That made, let me see if I can see the standings in the Division I girls. Londonderry is at 8-0. BG is at 6-0. Exeter at 5-0. Bedford at 7-1. And Central at 5-1. And it was Bedford losing to Central in the title game last year. No, it was Londonderry losing to Central. Excuse me. Here's another corner kick. This one's kind of lofted up into the air. It's won by Memorial. Not quite out yet. That's a little bit better of a ball, except it's overhit just a little bit and goes out of play for a goal kick. But that Londonderry team that lost to Central, as Central won their second consecutive state title, lost only 3 starters. They returned 9 starters on that team. They're senior heavy, senior laden. They're unbeaten, having now taken Central and Bedford out. So you'd have to say they are the favorite this year in girls Division I. This Exeter team is a bit of a question mark because they haven't played any of the other top teams just yet, but in the coming weeks we'll find out a lot more about the Blue Hawks. That's nice work from Casasa that time. There she gets it back. Here's her cross. That's not in. That is outside the goal, as again Tess Hayes was there. She scored their second goal. Hayes gets herself in good goal scoring position. She recognizes that when Jensen Casasa is marauding down the sideline. And the sidelines are where Exeter seems to be quite dangerous. A little bit of hands on back that time, Maggie Hall. Some of that is going to be allowed because you just don't want head-to-head collisions. You don't want collisions, but you can't use your hands to carve out space for yourself. I don't know if the referees are going to keep a little closer eye on that or not. Yet another corner kick for Exeter. We're 12 minutes into the second half. Exeter leads 3-0. Another decent one, and who is there but Jensen, or Hayes, excuse me. My goodness. Hayes, a senior, getting herself in the right spot. Comes off Galvin. Got 4 substitutes for Exeter entering.
Oh, no way.
I'm like, I was excited and then I was less excited.
Yeah, you're like that. And it was, what is a small object?
Memorial has been unable to get the ball to the feet of Layla Connors so far in this half. Comes off of Galvin. Not much fun, but she's okay. She's Connor's chasing here. Getting a little bit of help. Good step there. She delayed the Exeter offense long enough for some of those midfielders to step up. Yeah, it's an offside. As Frazier was trying to put Kennedy Fitzpatrick in on that left-hand side. Kennedy was offside when the pass was made. All right. Alexis McFarland back on, number 6 for Memorial. Here she is. Exeter has turned the defensive pressure up a notch here in this half. They doing a little better job anticipating the passes from Memorial, and the Crusaders haven't been able to maintain much for possession at all here. It's good defense by McFarland, but it's a throw-in. Flicked on, there's nobody there. That was another good ball for the goalie to call. Instead, the clearance results in a throw for Exeter. A lot of room for Hayes. This is the Tess Hayes show tonight. Here she is again. Oop.
And I was like, and I clicked on it. I don't remember now, but I just thought it was funny that she came up on my
Good step that time by Nelson of Memorial to clear it. That'll run out of play. Exeter in control in this one, 3-0. 22 minutes left. Throw picked off to Tess Hayes. Looks like Coach Young over on the Exeter bench has 4, 6, has maybe 8, 9 players. I think she's rotating them all through. It's a good opportunity for her to get a look at some of her players in game situations. There's Chloe Allen tracking this one down. Allen knocks it off O'Kane and earns a throw. Coach Silvera on the Memorial bench only has, looks like 4 or 5 he might be able to bring in. Yeah, Wegler get down and pushed Rousseau's effort to the side. Megan did a nice job to gain possession of that ball, clear herself enough room to pull the trigger. But Wegler was up to the task. Halfway through the second half, Exeter came out and scored 6 minutes in to the second half to really take control of this one, 3-0. It's to the near post. And it's away. On goal, should be easy enough for Wegler. She does get her body in front of it. Sanderson puts one towards goal. And here's Maddie. Memorial just seems to have lost that edge that they had in the first half. They were kind of crisp. They did a pretty good job of possessing the ball and moving it around a little bit. They can't string together passes here in the second half. And I think it's due more to an increase in Exeter defensive pressure than anything else. The Hawks have clearly decided that the way to take this game over is to get the ball back as soon as they lose it. And it's working very well here as they're dominating. Oh my, that's beautiful. From this angle, you could see number 11, Elisa Delgado, heading right towards goal. And that corner kick came right to her. She made no mistake on that one. And she makes Exeter's lead 4 with a pretty goal. So one of the takeaways from tonight, I would think, for Memorial is marking on set pieces. They've given up 3 goals on set pieces, 2 on corners, I think, and 1 on a set free kick from about 30 yards out. They need to mark up and stay with their marks. They need to get to the ball first. It's much easier to get your head to the ball or a foot to the ball and just get it away as it is to direct it towards goal. And yet they're being beaten as the balls come in. Ball up and over the top. There haven't been very many of those even for Layla to run onto. She was nowhere near that one. Rousseau tries to slip it through. That one's tracked down. It's in central defense now for Memorial. I think that's Ryan Moran. Yes.
Oh. Go, Riley, go! Oh, yeah, you should.
Here's Connors coming all the way back for a touch. That's a good step by Vayu. And here's Neal for Exeter. She pushes it out wide. Square ball is loose. Memorial picks it up. Gonna play it back. Uh-oh. It really wasn't too bad by Paige Tebow to maintain possession out there, but her touch let her down a little bit as it ended up rolling out to touch. A combination play nicely done by Exeter. Again, it's Tebow with the clear. Here comes Ariane Nelson back on for Memorial. Julia Phillip will take the throw at the 15-minute mark here. And kind of slips out of her hand and it's easily picked off by Rousseau. Oh my. Rousseau with a nice header. She's good. She's got Alex Asprogianis on for Exeter. Number 1, the blonde up top. See the defensive effort there by Exeter. She just came out, played the ball with her body. She didn't need to do anything but get to the ball. That's what I'm talking about, where it's easier to clear the ball than it is to put it on goal. Sometimes it's the anticipation. There's Connors with the ball at her feet. She's going to try to slip it in behind for Nelson. Played out to safety by the left back. I think that's Cannon in now for Exeter. Nelson trying to pull the trigger. It'll be a Memorial throw as we head to the 13-minute mark. See if the referees let them take this while there's a second ball on the field. Usually they do not. Here's Connors battling now. And we get a whistle. I think we'll have a Memorial kick about 30 yards out. Let's see what happens here. Be that close. It'll be 35 yards out. It's kind of towards the center of the field. Most of the Memorial players on the right-hand side. Coach Silvera wants it taken not straight to goal. Again, up and over. It was Tebow that took it. Up and over to the kind of the far post. Might have allowed a teammate to run onto it. It's give and go, but Neal runs out of real estate over there. Comes off a hand, but we're going to play. Phillip with the touch. That's a good job by Vayu to maintain possession. She's had moments of of very nice play in midfield. He's got good skills. Miss Veo, just a junior. Again, that one came off the head. Referees should be stopping the play. Since there's no advantage for Exeter, the ball went out of play, so it should stop right away. Indeed. They also stopped the play clock. Let's take a quick break. And the Memorial player escorted by Coach Silvera off the field on her own accord. Some pressure here from Memorial. Nice turn by Veyu. Look at her. Look at her possess the ball. That is very nice work. Just a wisp of a thing. Miss Veyu, here she is again. Yeah, she's pushed from behind by Rousseau from Memorial. Not a bad place to try to muscle yourself into the possession of the ball way out by midfield. There's really not a lot of danger on this free kick. Coaches will say, if you're going to foul somebody, foul them out there. But credit Allison Veyu maintaining possession, holding Rousseau off. And here's Aspergianis probably. You'd think in a town with Gatsuses and Kalampalikases and could handle Aspergianis. That's a bad giveaway, and here she is. Great step. Ryan Moran that time anticipated that one beautifully. Headed back in by Cannon. Police. I did want to tell the audience about the Southern New Hampshire University women's team. They're playing very, very well. I believe they're in the top 25 nationally at this point. I watched them play a week or so ago. They play a very attractive brand of soccer. They possess the ball. They're very smart about it. They're very well skilled, even in the back. And it's worth a look. If you get a chance, go over to the stadium. See what you think about the stadium. But go catch the women. I've seen the men as well, but there's nothing, I don't want to say there's nothing there, but the men aren't nearly as attractive in their style of play as the women are. Here's Connors. Can she do it by herself? Look at her go. She really hasn't had a lot to do here in the second half. And she is just fired up. There's a ball in by Julia Phillip, but it was not really intended for anyone in particular. We'll just roll out of play. Far post might have been a better target for that cross as we head to the 6th minute. 6 minutes left in this one. Exeter looks to move to 6-0 in the season. Memorial will slip to 1-6-1. Exeter building on this offensive possession. Back into the midfield. Delgado pushes it out wide. Here's Aspergianis. Her touch ends up, where's he pointing? Goal kick or corner? Goal kick. Nelson knocks it ahead, putting some pressure on Casasa, but she handles it nicely. Jensen Casasa and Morgan Sanderson now in the central midfielders. Actually, it looks more like a stopper sweeper setup right now, as Casasa is a good 15 yards behind her teammates. You get a good view of it right here. Connors has come back, trying to get something going offensively. Giannis comes back, tries to pick that one away, can't quite do it. Tries again. Neal gets a touch, and now it's Delgado. Well done, that must be Veo over there. It's Fitzpatrick. Kennedy Fitzpatrick. I wonder if she has a middle name. It's Nelson. up to Connor. She's got 2 to beat. She wants to throw it into herself if she could. She'll go to Nelson. But Cannon knew that as well as I did. It's a nice ball. Flicked away by Moran. She got a touch on it, knocked it into touch. We're approaching 4 minutes into this last 5-minute period with the referees have the time on the field. I did start a clock this time, however. So there's a minute or so left in this one. Exeter will take the win. It looks like they'll be able to hold a clean sheet. Layla Connors up top. Wasn't able to, I think she might have had a shot early on, but after that, Exeter recognized her speed up there. They made sure there were cover on the 1v1 battles. Connors did not get fed many balls into enemy territory here in the second half. There she is again, but she's back at the 35-yard line, trying to pull that one out. That'll do it. There's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Exeter takes the win, 4-0 over Memorial. They move to 6-0. Right up at the top, of course, in Division I girls. Memorial slips to 1-6-1. I'm Peter Capano. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time on Manchester Public Television Services Game of the Week.